patch of my favorite
to LT Outdoors.
with all them little teeth. They look a lot like
The channel
I said,
with everything
it is
the
a goofy
outdoor world
looking
has
fish.
to offer.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna shut my light off. This is a beauty.
Sun is coming up, fiber's going down. Fish are all biting, jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come on, let's go. It's time for LT Outdoors. I'm talking.
Oh, that's a nice one, sis.
LT Outdoors. Might go hunt, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little fortune too. I'm talking.
Or sweet tooth.
LT Outdoors.
Oh yeah, baby.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Ah, that's so cool.
Special thank you to all my patrons out there. If you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com and look up LT Outdoors. From now on, I will be doing a monthly drawing giveaway as a thank you to all of you for all of your patronage.
Digging a hole. Digging a big hole. It ain't going to be very deep, but it's going to be wide. Gotta boil the traps. Alright. Hole's dug. Inspection crew's coming to check it out. What you think, guys? They think it's alright, I think. Are you going to come in the hole and check it out? Yeah, I'd say it's good to go. Now I got to put some blocks in there to stand up my barrel. And yeah, throw some wood in. I put the barrel on blocks. Now I'm filling her up with water. It's kind of a greasy barrel, but I don't mind that. The grease ain't gonna harm anything. I think it's gonna cook off when I boil it. Alright guys, now it was late last night when the water got to boiling really good, so I left it going a while. But what I use is Full Metal Jacket. At least that's what I'm using this year. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer to use actual dyes. They last a lot longer. But Full Metal Jacket's good for quick times. My ducks are down here helping me out. But yeah, Full Metal Jacket is working out really good for, you know, getting this done real fast. But it's pretty cool. All it is it's really a milky substance. I just pour it in I think it's a 3-gallon bucket. And basically all you do is you take your traps, dip it in, make sure they get totally submerged like that. I don't worry about the chains so much, just make sure the trap's submerged. And then I'm actually hanging them from my apple tree. After 24 hours, they'll be totally scent free. They'll be sealed. They'll just be ready to rock and roll. Also, this stuff will make it kind of lubricated too, so your traps will fire a little quicker. It works great. But if you're water trapping and you don't want them to fire quicker, because obviously in the water you deal with waves and current and other things that could fire a trap, you can always just kind of sand down the spots that, or rough it up where it got lubed up a little bit. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm hanging them from the tree. I'll show you guys where I got them hanging. My really big apple tree. This thing's huge. It always has a lot of apples on it, but that's where I'm hanging all my traps. I'm just hanging them off of the branches. Now, some of the traps I've got them wired on there just by the end of the chains, but if they have long enough chains, I don't even worry about wiring them. Some of them have grapple hooks I'll just grapple the tree with, but again, some of them, like the one I just dipped and showed you guys, has a long chain. I'll just wrap around a branch. So yeah, quick and easy though. Let's get this done so we can set some traps. Alright guys, I'm on a property right here. It's been having a problem lately with some fox getting into the chickens. I went around the field and I gathered up just a nice clump of grass. That's going to be my backing. I'm going to make a nice little fox set right here. The chicken coop, I'm not going to show the house. The chicken coop is right behind me. I'm going to make one set here. I found some fox scat just that way, so I'm probably going to go and make a set there. I'm going to make a coyote set across the field there and a couple more off that way in that corner of the field. So I'm going to try and have 6 sets going in this one field here just to cover all grounds, get this done quick. But let's see what happens. I'm going to dig this out, make a nice little dirt hole. Should be pretty good. I'm going to bed my trap first. Well, I'm going to dig the hole first and see what we come up with. All right, now this trap, this set here, I want to be really showy. I want this to just basically scream to these fox that something's going on over here. Coyotes, I try not to really mess things up too much because they are a little more particular, but fox, they are extremely curious, and it gets the best of them. I'm gonna dig it way back. I don't want them to be able to just come in here and grab it. I need them to work it. Scratch around, make it look like something dug here. Just make up a whole real nice mess. That's gonna be good. They're gonna have to work at that to get back to the bait. Now I'm gonna dig out a nice trap bed. When you dig your trap beds for canines, you have to keep in the back of your mind where they're gonna step. All right, you don't want to just put your trap right in front of the hole. That ain't gonna work. You gotta think like the fox. Think where it's gonna put its foot down to take that smell. I like to go a hand width, you know, pinky to thumb away is what I usually do. So my trap will be right about here on either side of this hole. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Let's get this out of the way. I'm not worried about, normally I pull this dirt out and I save it and use it for bedding and all that, but I'm not doing that today. We've got a lot of rain and snow in the forecast, so I need dry dirt. I had to go and purchase dry dirt. Now, I like to carry a little sledgehammer. It is extra weight, but at the same time, I can really bed down that trap. I can make sure that trap is perfectly sitting in that hole. It's really nice. Today I'm going to be using this number 3. I just bought this number 3 coil spring here. It's a Duke rubber jaw. I bought it here from F&T, which is one of my new sponsors. Great company. I'm sure you guys have heard about them. But I'm going to be setting this today in the hole. This is a great fox trap. We're going to see if we can get them. Right. Now these stakes right here, guys, these are those wolf fang anchors. When they go in, you got to figure they go straight up and down. So when they go in, you have to make sure you pull it like that, and it'll flip that up like this, so that will not come out. You'll actually need a truck to pull that thing out of the ground. I think I could catch a bear in there by its toe and it ain't getting out. So yeah, this is ready to rock. Now I want to get my trap set before I mess with the bait. Now you'll notice this trap isn't dyed or anything. I just bought this the other day. It's brand new. So I wasn't too worried about dyeing it. Oh yeah. That's nice. That ain't going nowhere. If it's a little tippy, you just put some dirt under the side that it's tipping on. Now, trap bed placement, it seems silly, but it is the most important part of all this. Because if a fox or coyote steps on this, and it wobbles, it's game over. They can learn pretty quick. Now I'm also trying something new today, guys. I was talking with the guy Sean up at F&T, and I'm gonna try something. It's this latex pan covers. I've never done these before. I think they're gonna be good. Good thing about latex is it doesn't hold scent, so I'm not worried about getting my human scent on the latex because it ain't gonna stay on there. But with these latex pan covers, that's all you do. You simply, let me get these sticks out of here. Just lay it over like this. That way, when I cover that thing with dirt, none of the dirt can get under that pan. None of it. It's just gonna sit on top. Let's get that baby covered up. All right, now this here is waxed dirt. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna set my sifter over the trap. I'm just gonna sift that all nice in, make sure there's nothing in there. Sometimes you get some of those little sticks. Now look how nice that is. Find your pan. Make sure there's nothing on it. And then I'm gonna make sure, kind of blend it in, get some of this dirt around it, just so it looks natural. See, that is a perfect set right there, folks. Nothing looks bad about this. I am, however, gonna move all this dirt here. That's basically gonna tell the fox, hey, don't step there. It's gonna force him to either step there or there. In fact, it won't even hurt to throw a little bit of that there. Okay, now, today, I have some deer scraps. I recently did some taxidermy work for somebody, doing a Euro mount. So, I've got some random deer scraps. I'm gonna put those in. Personally, I like to add a nice mix match of bait. Basically, the more smells, the more different smells you got, the better. Another thing I'm gonna do today, fox urine. Okay, when you're trapping in an area that has fox and coyote, I recommend using fox stuff. Stay away from the coyote stuff. Foxes are gonna try and shy away from that, whereas coyotes are different. Use fox stuff and coyotes are gonna be all over it, and the fox will too. Just gonna spritz some of this pea fox urine on there, just like a fox were to have peed on there. Now this is Bass Brothers. I'm gonna be using all of Bass Brothers lures and baits this season. Great company there out of Iowa. This here is sheep's wool. I'm gonna take some of this mass murder bait made by Bass Brothers, and I'm gonna get some of this stuff on the sheep's wool, and that is also going in the hole, just like that. I'll push it back further though. You don't want to just leave it like that because they'll pull it right out. Okay, now this set here is going to be different. This one's not going to be so much eye appeal as it is scent. First thing I'll do though is dig me out a trap bed. Now with trap beds, you just want to make them, try to make them the size. It takes a while to learn, but try and make them the size of your trap. You don't want them to be any bigger. You definitely don't want them any smaller. Trap in there. This is what you call a wolf fang anchor. These to me are one of the strongest on the market. This is a wolf fang anchor driver. You just put your anchor in just like that. I like to put mine directly underneath the trap so that all the wire and everything and chain is hidden. Alright, now with these, when they get older like mine, they get hung up, so you want to whack them a few times like that. And again, when they're down, they're straight up and down, so you give them a jerk sideways. That sets the anchor in there. Alright, this is an older trap here. This is just a, I believe this is just a number 2, which is fine for fox. It's a little on the small side for coyotes, but don't think it won't work, because it will. I've caught coyotes in these.
Alright, let's get these jaws so they're not wobbly.
Alright.
Take one of these latex can covers. I'm gonna have to do it by hand, I can't separate them with gloves. Just like that.
Alright, now you always want your pan to be a little lower than the rest of the area, because that usually helps the fox or coyote want to step right there. Okay, now I said that this was going to be a little different, and it will be. This is going to be what you call a double dirt hole, but it's a mouse hole. I use one of my rebar stakes. I go in on an angle as deep as I can get it, and then I just wobble it, just like that. Go over here, do the same thing. Just like that. Alright, just like before, I'm going to take some fox urine. I'm going to put it, I made a little backing out of some of that dirt, and I threw a stick back there. Just going to squirt a little bit on all that grass and that stick, just like if a fox were to have stopped there and peed. Now here I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to use some fox gland lure. Again, Bass Brothers lures and baits. These guys are good. Always use what's natural nearby. Yeah, there's hair and everything in this. This will get them started. Now the gland lure, I'm going to stick right in this dirt. I want that to just smell all kinds of foxy, just to get these foxes going like there was somebody here. Last but not least here, I am going to put a couple of these in the holes, like a plug. I'm going to push them down the hole when I'm done, but for now, I'm going to take some of this mass murder bait and a stick. Yep. Get some right there on that sheep's wool. Get all that nice red meat in there. Mass murder. That's some good stuff. There we go. Let's get that down in there. The sheep's wool itself too works as a lure.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors. Today, doing something different. I told you guys I was going to do this season. I'm actually running a canine trap line. I'm after fox and coyote right now, especially after the coyotes, but I'm also after some fox, especially the ones that are eating my friend's chickens. But yeah, I went out and set some traps yesterday. I'll show you how I made a couple different dirt hole sets. I'm not filming all of my set makes, just the different variations so you can see them, because I don't want people to get bored with that. Plus I want to show you traps, you know, catches more than anything. So stay tuned though. I just jumped a grouse. I'm out here today checking traps, so hopefully we catch something. See what happens.
All right, guys, coming up to a set here. It's funny, they were having a big problem here with the foxes. I just mentioned this before she messaged me. These guys were killing their chickens. What do you know? Got a big old male here, and he has made one heck of a catch circle, which is great. Him going around in circles like that, he just made it so where that's a calling card to all these other canines. I want to make a good reset here, and this is going to be a good one. Okay, guys, this was where the remake is. This is my catch circle. All I did was go around with my gloves, obviously, and lightly spread the dirt back around, make this just look like a big wide open dirt circle. I did rebed the trap right here, as you can see. That's perfectly done. And this time, this was a dirt hole set, but instead I'm gonna make it just like a mouse hole set. I stuck my re-rod in and made a wobble like I showed you before. Right now I'm gonna throw some scent down there. I wouldn't go all crazy. I mean, I'm just gonna throw bait in there more or less, because now I don't need to use fox gland lure or coyote gland lure or anything like that, because this set is already covered in it, which is great. That's the best thing about a remake. It is hard to beat a remake. When you get a nice big old catch circle like this, it's almost a guarantee if there's more fox or coyotes around, they're gonna come to it. So I'm just gonna put some of this mass murder down the hole for some bait, just so that if any fox or coyote shows up here, they're gonna think, okay, this guy's buried some food right there, I gotta get this. Because that's what they are, they're thieves. Just like any dog, they like to take things and hide them. So that's it right there, guys, that's the set. I'm gonna get out of here, move my pad, and I'm just gonna make it look like I was never here. Just like that. We should have a fox here again. Alright, guys, I'm out here checking traps today, and pretty excited. I checked the majority of the traps and didn't have anything, so I was getting a little worried. But you can't let that get to you. You have your good days, you have your bad days, but I'll tell you what, the slow days are actually a good time just to catch up. Get your brain together, get things rounded up, get figured out what's going on. But yeah, I take my bad days and I just get myself ready for the good days. Today's turning out to be a good day after all. I'm going to show you guys a clip. Alright, I've got a clip on a video. I put out a trail cam. I've got two big coons right now, and I caught these two coons on my trail camera when I placed a mock set out here so they could come in and play with it. One of them took a poop on my set. I'm not sure which one of you it was. Karma. But no, I got two big coons. I'm going to show you guys. These things are huge. All right, here we go. Look at this double. See, when you place your dog proofs, especially for coons, because they're gluttons for punishment. If you've got two dog proofs close together, they will get both of them on their paws. They'll try to eat the food out of both. So I placed them far enough apart. That's a good solid 7 feet or so apart. But yeah, look at that, got both of them. I have these guys on camera. Got a big dark one, big lighter colored one, but these guys they're huge. These are big coons, real big coons. I'm gonna get these dispatched, reset, let's get going. Run back to the store. I was all out of these, but I like to use sardines, especially the ones in oil, for a couple reasons. Oil is water resistant, so if it rains and stuff, it doesn't mess up your bait so much. And freeze too, it keeps it from freezing easy. So again, no, I'm using these dog proof traps here. I'm gonna dump some of this down in the old chute, and these will be ready to go again. I don't know if there's any more left. I got a feeling there has to be with those two big coons, but who knows? Those were the only two I had in camera, so we'll see what happens. That is a legit 28 pound raccoon. The other one's 25. Got my little trapping dog. You trapping dog?
Don't miss out on the whole line of LT Outdoors ice fishing lures. Increase your ice fishing experience. Also, check out the Panty Pounder. Email me for more info. This season of LT Outdoors is brought to you by F&T Fur Harvester Trading Post. Check them out online for a full selection of all trapping gear. Bass Brothers Lures and Baits. All their lures and baits get the job done. RBM Jigs and Lake Effect Lure Co. Check them out online for a full selection of ice fishing tackle. Wellman's Bait and Tackle in Oscoda, Michigan. By the bridge in Oscoda, they carry a nice line of LT merch. Mountable Memories Taxidermy. Mounts that'll last a lifetime.
The beaver started yelling at another beaver. The beaver started yelling at the other beaver.